Hello everyone, Moon here. The first 26 minutes or so of the session is a little bit broken up because we actually almost lost the episode. We managed to recover some of the file, but there are bits and pieces here where the audio may jump a little bit strangely or skip a line, though we were able to save most of it. After that 26 minutes, I just jump ahead to the following episode, so this is kind of 1.5 episodes in one. Though we're sad we lost some of that session, we saved the most important parts, and I think you'll enjoy them. Used to be a lonely place up here, but it's not so bad anymore. I'd like especially to thank Helena, Fairy Princeton, CDT, Jesper, I Like Rocks Like a Lot, and Sky for your support on Patreon. It means the world to us that you listen to our tale and that you help it continue. Again, we thank you. Sorry, but I'm still here, ain't I? Maybe not so out of the story at all. Precious little red gem back, finding out what is Nvain and what is the Phoenix. But that's their business, and I'm no snitch. At least not this time. And where we left off, Ox and Kian, you were heading off to visit Dalen and Dimitri, and perhaps more importantly to you, Jacques and Wiley. The rest of you are staying back in the Eastern Garden Shed, which is more like a small servant's quarters under the guise of being under the service of the devil. I feel like probably we should go with Kian and Ox.
Ox.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cut that.
No, leave that in.
Let's keep that.
Ophelia's doing okay though? Did she sound like she wanted to talk more?
I don't think she'd mind. I'm sure she'd like to know what's going on with us.
Okay. Ophelia? Oh shit, fuck. Not in a bad way. I just wasn't prepared to say anything. Okay? Kiss kiss?
Hello. Things are going to be alright, I think. Hopefully soon. It's good to hear from you. Don't worry about us too much. You have bigger fish to fry. Check back when you can.
Quoted Scar. What does it mean?
Yeah. Now I'm uneasy.
Unsettled.
It means our DM is hungry for fish.
Fuck. Okay, I think she's doing okay. Oh, I wish we could visit them all soon. Doesn't really make sense.
Yeah. I wonder if they're planning on traveling anymore.
I doubt they would stay in one spot for too long. It's pretty dangerous for vampires to stay in the same place for too long. If it's the ocean that we're talking about. Whew, okay. I'm a little bit nervous to talk to Jacques. To be honest.
How do you mean?
I'm not so sure that I'm that great at comforting people who, I don't really want to be a vampire, so I don't know how to tell him it's okay to be one without it sort of being a lie. A lot of it does kind of suck. God. Bad wording.
Imagine it's pretty hard to deal with. Maybe finding more vampire and vampire folk would sort of help. Someone else to talk to and...
I don't think Vivian's gonna be the best point of comfort here. It's silly, it's just... He was kind of, in a weird way, a point of comfort to me when I figured out all of this shit. And now I don't want to mess something up. Anyway, it's fine. Let's just go. we'll go back. I'll talk to Jacques. I won't bring up that he turns me into a vampire, because that's just going to turn into a whole mess. And everything will be fine. And you'll finish whatever tinkering you have to do, and we'll head back tomorrow.
Sounds like a plan. I think it really will be fine. I think he's just coming to terms with the idea of it, but having somebody close to him who can be a support is the best you can do for him.
Yeah. Did he really just find this out yesterday? I'll just wait to ask.
Yeah, he approached me the other night. It's been troubling him. But, I did tell him the reason why he couldn't sleep was not what he was expecting.
Oh. Guess it all makes a lot more sense. Somehow. That he didn't. Okay, let's go.
And you make your way back to the storefront of the instrument shop. It's that time between nightlife and regular day-to-day life that's fairly quiet out in the city, so you're able to make your way fairly quickly and easily to their front door. Of course, it is curtained, locked shut. The closed sign is turned over. But if you knock and wait, Dalen opens the door, looks at you both, and quietly gestures for you to come in, locks it quickly behind you. Is something wrong?
No, nothing's wrong. We're obviously not arrested. Everything seemed to go smoothly. But we had a few things to check back on here. If that's okay.
Of course, I assume you're here for your friends? He walks over to the window to the left, the curtained window to the left, and he pulls back the curtains, and the beans almost imperceptibly wriggle their stalks. And Dalen looks at them and then looks back at the two of you. Did you know that?
Yes. Did Virgil not tell you they might?
We were told to water them, and Dimitri, a finer filter for our water, which we actually do not have, and it was a bit of a surprise. Dimitri will no longer be watering the beans, but I'm happy to take over the duty if that is. What are they?
Dimitri will no longer be watering the beans.
You scared him. I'm sorry, Dad.
They didn't scare him. They pissed him off.
Yeah. Insulted him.
I see.
And his water.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I've used magic spell water.
What are they exactly?
I don't know.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. How's it going?
Good.
I was sent to ask if you would consent to me being your godparent.
Yes.
All right. Well, two things. Keen looks back to Dalen. I don't really know what they are, to be honest. But they don't seem dangerous.
Okay. He looks at the beans one last time and then closes the curtain again.
Oh wait, is there like a watering can or something nearby then?
There's a bottle that has water in it instead of the wine that was once in it.
Oh my god, they're drinking already.
Keen picks it up. Can we drink this water?
Yes.
Okay. And Keen will give them each a little bit of water.
Thank you.
So they were just being little shits.
Alright, good night.
Good night.
And shuts it.
We could always use more excitement in our day-to-day. So why not mysterious talking beans who backtalk my husband? Let's go. And he does look back with a softer, amused expression at the curtained beans before you head into Dimitri's quarters. Before you get there, you can hear the notes of the cello playing, and It's muffled, but through the door you can hear the melodic sound of Jacques' voice singing some gentle tune. Galen pushes open the door, and all of the lights are on in each corner of the room. Bird, the little canary familiar that Dalen and Dimitri share, is perched on one of Wiley's horns as he leans over a cello and plays a song. After a few more notes, Jacques stands up and Wiley places a hand over the strings to quiet them. Is everything all right? You want to watch our show?
I mean, I wouldn't mind another song or two, but...
Here, Ox wondered if he could get Dimitri's help working on his gun and his bullets, and Dimitri didn't seem like he was going to respond. And then, without looking,
gestures pretty roughly for you to come over and slides his chair over. There's another one kind of to the side next to him and gestures to it for you to sit down.
Ox will take a seat and start breaking out his tinkering tools and all of his supplies.
And I think to you, Kian, it almost looks like it should be something they're familiar with, the way they both immediately get to work in tandem with each other.
Yeah, I think it would be good to talk for a little bit.
He looks over at Wiley, who gives this small, warm smile and this gesture of encouragement, like, go on. And Jacques nods and looks back to you. See him square his shoulders. All right, let's talk.
Kian will open the door and gesture for Jacques to lead the way.
here we decided to cut over to Kirit, who waits back in the little shed on the Phoenix grounds. A lot of this scene got lost, but I'll tell you this. Kirit is working on getting rid of a certain curse, and now has the ability to remove curses. In front of Virgil, he does his best to try it out, and it seems like it might work, but it can't say for sure. I left what I could of this scene, but I apologize if some of it jumps around strange.
Kirit has got his spellbook on his lap.
Well, why don't you roll an Arcana check?
19.
That's pretty good. And it spreads up your casting hand and down as well to the palm of your other hand, to the arm you have held out. And those of you who are looking at Kirit, if you are, see this aura basically entirely surround him. And it sits there for a moment like a glow. And then as if you've poured oil on water, you see a darkness swirling out of him into the green. For a while, it falls almost like rain onto the ground and vanishes.
I was just trying something new.
Okay. There's like nothing left of where the spell just sort of dissipated into the floor.
There is this faint sheen on the ground. Again, sort of like an oil slick look to it. If you reach out to try to touch it,
He definitely doesn't touch it with his bare skin.
okay.
Out either, we could send someone. I could go under disguise. Okay.
Yeah, just trying. It's not exactly healing, but, don't worry about it.
I do know the best places.
Probably.
Well, if Kirit doesn't look injured, I will take him at his word.
You can see the faded hint of abjuration magic along that oil slick kind of mark on the ground.
Dealing with magic, it is better than out in the ocean.
And I figure we're probably not going to need a ton of spells tonight.
I should hope not. Are you feeling okay? The last time you were here, you were sort of a wolf the whole time.
I have that charm from Dalen and Dimitri now. I am stressed, but... What? Do I seem...
You said not to worry, so I won't press.
makes me nervous to be here.
Well, you're not on your own this time. If something happens, we won't let it leave this building.
Good.
I know we're not here under the best circumstances, but Dawning is better enjoyed as a person and not a beast.
Well, I know he's not here right now, but I don't think he'd appreciate that.
Well, like you said, he's not here right now. I could make a coffee run. If you don't want to go out either, we could send someone. I could go under disguise. I do know the best places.
Unless you're planning to get into any bar fights.
That was never something that I frequented. Did you?
No.
I'm trying
Inside check.
I'm trying to imagine either of these two in a bar fight. It's not. It doesn't go well.
I could see Henry being fought with in a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Verbal sparring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that meme with the cat eating the salad.
Yeah.
That's Henry.
I can also imagine somebody trying to fight Virgil and Virgil just like sidestepping.
Yeah.
Like,
No. Like the fucking Mandalorian, Jesus.
Yeah.
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 I think a quiet night in is just.
Okay.
But I appreciate it.
Wait, real quick. So I guess if Virgil and Henry then are already in like the living space area, and if that was the end of that, Henry will go over, sit near Virgil. He seems a little not agitated, but anxious maybe? Thinking through something. Anyways, so Virgil, I know we're not doing a night out or anything, but I wanted to ask if you had a moment to talk.
Yeah, of course. Do you want to sit? He'll like kind of lift like a corner of this big blanket that you've seen him just kind of walking around with. His cloak is mixed in there too. There's like a layer of fur and blue wool.
And Henry will sit down with him, and there's been a lot going on, and so I've been meaning to bring this up, but, I also wouldn't want to make anything, strange as far as friendship goes, but I mean, it seems it's probably fine. Anyways, do you
Okay.
shouldn't talk quite as loud. It's fine.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. Do you remember when we were walking into Dawning at first, and you made a comment to me, and then I responded to that, and you were concerned about hurting my feelings or anything like that, and I told you that I do need, somebody to keep me in line to some degree. It was kind of bullshit. I was just making that up on the spot.
Right.
All right, listen, what I'm saying is, I don't mind if you insult me, but it has nothing to do...
Virgil puts a hand on Henry's shoulder. Whatever it is, it's okay. Take a breath.
Listen, I've had other people insult me before, and it's genuinely insulting, but your insults... I wouldn't mind if you insulted me more often.
I don't know if I am understanding.
It's really attractive coming from you.
What?
I think I told you that.
You did! You sure did, and you let into it really hard. Okay, alright, may I have one moment above table, please?
We love Henry.
Yeah.
I'm in love with Henry.
That's convenient.
What?
I'm just saying, I didn't mind, and if you ever wanted, I know, but I didn't want to
Hang
step
on,
on
I
your
thought
own
that you and
toes.
Ox, there was a thing there. I'm flattered. I'm just a little confused because I thought that I'm not imagining, right? There's something between you and Ox. That's not just me going crazy again.
I mean, not officially, we haven't...
No,
Didn't
it
think
was
we were
not
dating this entire
No, I
time?
didn't think you were dating. I just thought you were pining. But I am not. Listen, to clarify, I am. You see his ears go red. I did not expect this at all. And well, what is the deal, I guess, with you and Docs?
I haven't said anything to Ox yet, partially because it seems like he's dealing with a lot right now with, after the scar, everything. And, it's hard to admit this sort of stuff to friends. I'm worried that, I don't know. I mean, I think probably reciprocate. We had a really good conversation about friendship, unless I completely misunderstood the entirety of that. That was a while ago, but I'm more focused on, Nevada and getting to Dawning and talking to the
Henry.
devil. And...
Henry, do you know how long I was friends with Rowan before either of us took any sort of step forward? It was in the realm of about 4 or 5 years. And what I'm saying is, there will always be something. Some sort of event or something that you are dealing with or he is dealing with, but that is no reason to put off an attempt at happiness. Do you want there to be something with Ox?
I mean, how do I put this? Yes, but also I'm a little unsure if that would be something that he's interested in.
You are both very close, you're good friends, and that is a strong foundation for this sort of thing.
About it sooner or later, or otherwise I'm going to end up in this exact same situation with Kirit too.
What?
I've been, getting told that I should talk to Ox.
Okay. Right. And you see him take a long drink from a cup of tea.
Yeah, you just move through the whole party and everyone's like, yeah, but why don't you go talk to Ox? Hey, buddy.
All of this, he just kind of makes a gesture between the two of them. Doesn't have to change anything about you and I if you don't want it to. I just think that if this thing with Ox is something you want to pursue, maybe think about prioritizing that a bit, yeah? Ox, that is, doesn't seem to share about this sort of thing often. Maybe he is the sort of person you sort of have to give a bit of a push. You might have to be the one to get this wheel rolling,
I'm sure we'll figure something out. I know it sounds like I'm hand-waving.
Yeah, a little bit.
Sorry.
It's okay, It's okay.
Yeah, it was just on my mind and I thought I'd say something and see if it, is there anything.
I'm sorry I didn't...
You haven't done anything wrong.
Okay.
To apologize for anything.
So, to be clear, it was just sort of a... was this more of a proposition?
I was going to lead into that originally, but we got into a heartfelt conversation about Ox, and I would not want him metaphorically in the room with us,
I am going to have to respectfully decline. I'm sorry, you are a very good friend. I do care about you a lot. I just think that is where it stops for me.
I understand. I know how important Rowan is to you. I wouldn't want to... Listen, I know people think I'm a complete ass. Not you.
Completely.
But people are nebulous. I wouldn't do that to either of you.
Okay. That's all I wanted to clarify, okay. Just your intentions.
Of course, no, it's just, curious in the other room wouldn't be too weird. At least personally, been a little while, since I've really, been with anyone, and so I wasn't sure if something, could be fun and interesting, but if not, that's alright as well, also.
But you're okay with the sort of banter we've been having?
Yes.
Okay.
I do genuinely mean that.
Alright. Like I said, nothing has to change.
Yeah. Same on my end. And listen, outside of your voice being really nice, I also you usually have funny insults. I can't even deny, even when I'm miffed about it. So
Okay. Thank you.
I don't have Delilah to go walk. So I will, but I might pretend like that for a moment. Not anything wrong. I'm just. He's slightly orange when he says this. Just a little hot here. So don't worry. It's the blankets, you know.
Okay. Sorry I made things weird.
Conversation in a blanket fort, though.
Yes. Don't worry.
There's a mutual weirdness.
Yeah. I don't think you're the one that made things weird. Just so.
I am an awkward person, and that contributed. So
You know, so am I in lots of capacities, especially now when I'm going to go and not walk Delilah.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Good night.
Good night.
The door closes. Neil gets a point of inspiration.
The Hergel shippers are gonna go crazy.
Well, now you have something to tell Errol about.
I don't think we should tell.
Nope, I won't. Virgil just sits there and stares into the fire for a while. Brick red, blushing. Do we get a long rest? Do any of us get a long rest?
You can get a long rest.
Yeah.
Ox doesn't need a long rest. Only for 4 hours.
Dimitri doesn't go to sleep.
Ox will feel like his hands get a little tired, so that's when he goes, well, shit, I guess I should take a break. And he will, scattered throughout the night, get his rest, but...
Yeah, when Ox expresses the desire to rest, Dimitri will gesture you over to what you now realize is a sofa, but it is so covered in papers and books and things that it sort of blended into the rest of the room. It's like shoved between two cabinets. There is a blanket folded on the back that's, I guess not folded, there's a blanket tossed over the back. And he's just like, just to move anything, and gets back to what he's doing. You're able to get your 4-hour-long rests. Kira, I've been good, haven't I? I've been good, haven't I?
Who's speaking to me right now?
You're smart, right? You're smart. All those books, you're smart, right? And I've been good, right? Sit, stay, down, sleep, wait, down, wait. I've been good, right? You're smart, right? You want the answers, right? It's easy. It's easy. You want the answers, right?
Yes.
Anger, blood, and anger. You know, right? It's easy. And I've been good, right?
You've been very good.
You want me to go?
No.
Really?
I'd like it if you stay.
Really?
Yes.
You wake up in the garden shed. Virgil, did you stay the night? I assume.
Yes. There's a little hearth in here, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I have not left that guy.
Oh, that I should roll.
Henry, did you stay the night as well?
Yes.
Okay. You all wake up to a peaceful morning in this semi-forgotten corner of the Phoenix grounds. Ox, I believe you elected to take a point of exhaustion. Is that true?
No, Ox took a couple of breaks and slept.
Then you're probably awake before the rest of them back in Dalen Dimitri's sort of basement workshop. Ox, you wake up after a night of hard work on your new gun in Dimitri's workshop beneath his instrument shop. And Kian and Jacques, you return after a night out on the town, probably a few hours before most people wake up. But Dimitri is there to greet you and let you in, and doesn't seem to go to sleep at any point during the night. You have a day ahead of you that is yours, and a mission looming over you.
Keen will definitely to sit and rest in the workshop. Keen will go set some stuff down and then go over to Ox and tap him on the shoulder. Not sure if you're up for it, but Jacques really needs to eat, like, soon?
Look over. Jacques is just hunched over a banjo, very quietly picking out a melancholy tune.
And Ox will look between his work and Jacques. Give me 2 more minutes and... Yeah, we can figure something out.
Hey, what are you working on?
I'm just trying to finish up these, silver bullets.
Do you think that's gonna do it?
That's what I'm hoping.
Kian looks very interested, but you can tell she has no idea what's going on. Like, looks over the table. There's probably some stuff that Dimitri left and what is what. Alright, like, again, no pressure. We just have to figure something else out. But 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah, 2 minutes and... Yeah. And Ox will scurry to finish what he's got in hand. And then, once he's finished, he'll approach Kian and Jacques.
Like a piece of meat.
Yeah.
Here, I'll abstract it for you. Jacques will not bite Ox.
Ox figured he would be, like, giving blood, essentially.
Yeah. In fact, you find Jacques is a little bit more on the squeamish side and will not look while this happens. And when you give him a cup, a mug...
Yeah, a mug.
Dimitri's like, just use one of these. And like, has like a shelf of mug, just hands one over to you. Doesn't really bat an eye at this entire exchange. Jacques holds his nose and knocks it back. Tastes just like wine. And with that, I assume you all want to reconvene today. Where do you all meet up again?
It would need to be 4 hours later, because that's how long it takes Kian to rest, right?
Yeah.
Probably we just head back to the grounds.
Oh, before...
Kian would ask Jacques for the stone back.
Oh, yeah, of course. He'd give it to you.
Thank you for holding on to it for me.
It's not very heavy. It was no problem.
And they're gonna hold it tight and kind of sit with it for a moment, be putting it back in its home. And then they'll head out.
Those of you at the grounds, is there anything you do before the rest of your party arrives in that morning?
Yeah, I would love to cast Sending.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I would like to check in with Errol.
Okay.
He will go find a little quiet corner. Probably while he's restoking the fire, just a little bit for whatever breakfasts that we want to have in here before we go. He'll mutter to himself while he's doing that. I hope you're well. Were you able to find Ophelia? I wish I could be there. I miss you. I'll try and make this quick.
Good morning. I have said before, I'll say again, don't worry about me. You will try to make what's quick.
Do I cast Sending again? I think he'll actually just continue making the fire, muttering to himself, agonizing over whether or not to cast another Sending, until the fools get there.
Then, about 15 seconds later, maybe. Hello, Virgil. Sorry. Errol would love to know what it is that you're going to make quick. It's very insistent.
Well, given that they have been vague, I am righting a wrong that I should have done long ago. Miss you.
You do not hear back from that.
How does your own medicine taste, Frenchman?
Cut the camera from this scene and flash to where Ophelia and Errol is. Errol is looking at Ophelia expectantly as she, head tilted to the side, is listening to your message, and she smiles and gives a nod and looks to Errol and says, I don't know, I think maybe just he means he's going to be back to say hello soon. And Errol raises a brow disbelievingly at her. Cut back to you all. You have a peaceful morning. The sun is shining today. One of the lovely late spring clear days in dawning. And you all reconvene at the garden shed servants' quarters.
While we're having breakfast, I would love to arcane recovery.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
I'll allow it.
Thanks, Dad. Okay, Henry, I know you wanted to speak to your parents? Did you... You seemed confident in doing this by yourself, yeah? Do you still want Marigold as a...
Only if you don't need her for, your activities today.
Well, I don't think we'll need her necessarily for our mission. But not because you're not important, but because we can communicate through her if anything bad happens. Easier than Blossom could.
Yeah, you are very proficient at that, Marigold, that I have learned to do that with Blossom yet, so your skills are not unnoticed. Can you explain to the audience what you're doing? I think the term is preening.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marigold goes.
And they'll just have to imagine that.
Please take her. I think we'll be fine, and that would make me feel better.
All right. Just stay safe on your end. I'll probably be fine. Probably.
Okay, if something happens and we can't meet up for whatever reason, we will find you. And if something has happened, not to leave you behind.
Didn't think that was going to be the case.
Do you need backup?
I think I'll be fine going just by myself. I'm not fighting my parents, literally. You know. And not even really verbally either. I don't think it's going to end up in a fight. It'll be a discussion. It'll be civilized. It won't be an issue.
Should I look in on their estate right now to make sure that, like, I don't know, Donna isn't having tea in their parlor room?
But it's so suspicious if you're caught scrying.
Not really. I don't think. They just know something is happening. They don't know it's me.
And they... Oh, but I could say it's Donna. So actually you should do that.
Are you scrying on Donna then?
No, but one of my parents. Metal. You should do metal.
Okay, Kian will take out their mirror and sit down and hold it and cast. Do you have anything of theirs? Is the pocket watch? Was it once theirs?
I didn't really keep anything from when I was...
That's fair. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Pretty quickly, an image forms in the reflection. Quite quickly, you see the familiar green-skinned, antlered tiefling daddy of Henry Goodlove, lounging shirtless in bed, holding...
Is this...
holding
Can we
a
all
large...
see the mirror?
No, only Kian can see it.
Just for Kian.
Holding a large cup of something in one hand. The blanket is pulled
Kian
up
turns
enough.
the mirror over.
Kian's got a full face of titties.
Fully arranged blanket.
Well, Donna's not there, right?
Well, right?
Donna wasn't there, right?
Someone was there next to Metal, but you did see a hint of purple that implies that perhaps it is another tiefling.
You're kind of flushed. Which is strange because you are very white.
Donna's not there right now.
Henry pulls up his pocket watch. What time is it?
I'd assume that you guys headed over fairly early in the morning.
I guess a slow business day.
Maybe I should have scryed on Donna instead.
Would it have been much better?
Yes, Donna. She's sitting upright, shirtless.
A large cup of something in her hand.
Yeah.
Okay. That took a lot out of me. I'm gonna go sit in the corner.
Warlocks.
30 minutes later.
While we're waiting, or resting, not waiting, Kira's gonna summon Codex and grab his little face and look into his eyes. I had a crazy dream. That wasn't you, was it?
Codex's tail starts wagging and his eyes get really big. He goes, "Ruff."
Was it? Okay, now you're just playing dumb with me.
He still starts wagging a little faster.
Do you want me to cast Speak with Animals?
Oh, I can. I mean, he's my familiar too. I could. He's just. He's just doing this.
Oh, alright then. Wasn't sure.
When you commune with Codex, do you normally hear a voice or is it a vibe, a feeling?
I think it's more of a vibe.
Cool. He's just excited for the attention.
Well, I can't be mad at you. And he'll give him the good pets that Codex likes.
In case it wasn't clear, Codex doesn't seem to know what you're talking about as far as dreams go.
Cool.
Okay, do we part here then? What do I know of Ko's schedule based on my knowledge and also Dalen, Dimitri, Umbra? I feel like we briefly mentioned this.
Yeah, Dalen, Dimitri, and Umbra are happy to communicate people's schedules with you. Did you tell Dalen and Dimitri to look into Ko's schedule?
I would have.
To tell you, actually, Ko returned late last night. He works in the offensive division of the different commanders, and often is traveling. So it's likely that his schedule is fairly empty for the beginning of the day, just to rest and recover in their office. There are some new recruits that are typically expected to show up for training around 2 p.m., and Ko oversees that. And this would be, of course, on the training grounds within the Phoenix grounds.
Okay, and we're approaching noon now.
Mhm.
Okay. There's something fun and brazen about midday,
The problem is,
but the aftermath.
it's on his person.
Mhm.
And he's not gonna, take it. Maybe he takes it off to sleep.
You can catch him by surprise.
Go drop a bunch of water on him, and then he has to go take a shower. And while he's in the shower and he takes his stuff off,
Cause
let's deal with that.
I could make him greasy.
oh,
Now that's a plan.
we have all day to workshop it if we're waiting for him to sleep.
I think we should do some workshopping before we head out.
Oh, I know where his office is. If we catch him in there or in his quarters, if we want to use the bag of holding, I can walk us all through the walls quietly.
And then
And then we are in a room alone with Commander Ko.
so we're not doing this covertly.
Is that not covert?
Well, he has his eyes.
Certainly, but I'm not approaching him in the sparring ring in the center of the grounds.
Alright, but I feel like walking through a wall and then you unload your bag and 4 other people come out is rather hostile in and of itself.
I do think if we waited for him to be asleep, at least we've got an element of surprise. It's a bit more surprising than... Not to say that walking through a wall isn't surprising.
Although, now that I believe I remember, Virgil, you wanted to try asking nicely?
That is step 1, yes. Oh, that makes more sense.
Maybe you approach normally, but in disguise, and have some invisible backup.
I am not attending this adventure, I assume.
Oh, I did think you were still hanging out with Dale and Dimitri, but you could be here if you wanted to be right now.
Followed you home. Dimitri, just kidding.
No, it's nice that you're
JK.
here. I'm glad that you're here.
JK, it stands for Jacques.
Nose.
Jacques knows.
Jacques knows better. Yeah.
Just kidding. Oh.
I hope he's doing well.
perfect.
I hope he enjoyed his little snack.
For some reason, I was just thinking about Jacques for a little bit right here, but okay. Well, we'll be on the lookout if you need help, Henry. We're going in the evening.
Maybe out of table, we should say this real quick.
Evening before Ko goes to bed.
Okay.
That way, it gives
Are
Henry a
we
chance
good?
to do his scene.
Okay.
Does he have a home? Or
He has
does
a room
live
here on the grounds, right?
He lives on the grounds.
Yeah.
The grounds are large.
Yeah.
There are
There's living spaces
there
and
are living
dormitories.
spaces. Yeah.
Well, I'm only
If
gonna
we
fight him if he
accidentally
has.
kill
If I
him-
have to. Oh, that is not
mean,
my
if-
plan.
I have gentle.
We will not be murdering this
If
man.
there's 5 of us,
Sit
it
down.
is a little more intimidating.
Well, there's 4 of us because Henry's not coming.
Oh, shit.
Unless Jacques wants to come.
No.
Hey, Jacques, are you
No,
back?
no, we're not taking Jacques. I don't want Jacques anywhere near this.
What I have for this is Tasha's hideous laughter. Do you have anything better than that?
I have a sword and haste.
Well, we-
No. For the not killing him plan.
I know how to kill someone. Sorry, I know how to non-lethally.
Are you sure?
Here, the one thing that I've got. Remember when we escaped the prison and I opened up a gate far away? I can do that again.
That's all we need then. We don't have to worry about fighting the entire grounds if we have a getaway.
Is he on the outskirts?
It's basically a condo. Ko's condo
no.
is on the second tier of this 3-tiered campus. And it is far to the west, close to the border.
Is it its own building, or is it like a complex of living quarters? Townhouse.
It's like a townhouse, exactly.
Okay.
There are going to be a couple of other people living nearby as neighbors.
If it's next to the wall you're talking about, that's not the border wall of Phoenix Island, right? It's the wall on the grounds?
Yes, just around the grounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
And beyond that is forest, correct?
Yes.
You'd
be able to see it.
be able to
Okay.
see the woods.
Yeah.
You could drop us out there. And then from there we can make our way around to the hole in the wall in the shed.
I think we'll be fine. Worst comes to worst. If we get caught, we just have to ask to see Navain and then,
I think if worst comes
Great.
to worst, we may be bailed before that.
what do we have to lose? It'll be fine.
And with that,
Yeah, it's not a jailbreak or anything.
you guys wait out the day, right? Everyone except Henry. And Henry, you were going to visit your parents before this, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, sounds like we should cut to Henry first.
Kian might try to convince at least one other person to get a little bit closer to the estate, like in disguise.
Like when your friend's going on a sketchy date.
Yeah.
So while you all sit in a small cafe enjoying your lattes and black coffees and what have you, Henry, you make your way to your parents' estate. Are you in disguise in any way? Are you wearing the cloak?
Well, disguising to the estate, but not like at it.
Okay. I imagine them having a form of arcane padlock, essentially, that you can access, that any of the other good loves can access. Like, they don't have someone waiting at the gate constantly to let people in and out, but it is gated. So you are able to just walk in.
Not going through a wall and unloading like 4 people out of a bag.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Then, yeah, you stroll down the pathway up to the main doors. The garden is in full lush bloom right now. There's bird song left and right. There are roses blooming along the side. The scent of them follows you as you go. And eventually you are standing for your parents' house. Do you just stroll right on in?
No, he's at least gonna knock on the door.
Okay. You wait a couple moments and the door swings open to one of the staff members who you recognize. She's been around here for a while. She's probably close to retirement. Actually, you might be a little surprised that she is still working here. An older human woman, a little stooped, like wearing an apron. She has a big bag of laundry to her side, and she looks like she's about to cuss you out as she opens the door. This, grumpiness settled in her wrinkles, and then as soon as she recognizes you, her expression softens immediately and changes quickly from happiness to seeing you to shock, and she drops the laundry on the floor. Henry?
Yes. Hello. Hi.
And she, ushers you in and closes the door behind you. And what are you wearing? Are you wearing your normal clothes?
Yeah, he's wearing his normal clothes.
She's looking you over, and as she's doing so, she's like picking the clothes back up to put them back in the laundry bin. They said that you were something had happened. Are you all right? Your parents. Wait, Jimmy T. Did you?
Hold on. I'm all right. I sort of heard there was a whole dramatic thing. That's actually what I'm here about, is to speak with my parents.
A whole dramatic thing. Yeah. Yes. Here, sit. Come with me. And she brings you into the lounge to the side and sits you down. I'm going. And she deposits the laundry bag next to the sofa and then turns around and toddles out of the room and then stops and toddles back and picks up the laundry basket and then toddles out of the room again. And before she vanishes from your sight, she turns back and says, "You wait here. I'm going to go get your parents," and toddles out of sight. She moves with impressive speed, also for her age. So you have about 60 seconds of peace and quiet down here before you hear the sound of 2 sets of footsteps making their way quickly down the stairs. Your daddies burst into the room. They are both wearing their night clothes still. Well, I guess one has changed back into his night clothes. There isn't even a hesitation before they both wrap you into a very tight hug.
Oh. I didn't realize everyone took the kidnapping rumor so seriously.
I think it is. Nettle takes you by the shoulders and looks at you, faintly alarmed. You didn't think that we would be a bit alarmed at you going missing?
I left a note explaining what I was doing.
And they look at each other and back to you, and there's this fond exasperation on both of their faces. I assumed that either someone wrote that note for you or that perhaps you wrote it under duress. It didn't explain terribly much.
I would have put a more basic, obviously not mine signature if it was under duress or something like that. I was saying when I first got in, that's why, well, part of why I came back here, was, returned to Dawning. Returned to Dawning, just a few days ago, and had to get everybody settled, and, I've been at a tavern and then able to come over here, and I'm all right though. Hello, hi.
Gossamer motions for you to sit down and sits down on the sofa next to you. Is there a reason why, if you knew that there were rumors that you had been kidnapped, why exactly it is that you didn't convey that to us immediately, that you actually were doing just fine?
Well, I would have loved to, but unfortunately, Donna, this time, has been upset with me, and I didn't want to get on her even worse side. She's the one who wanted to know where I was, so I had to be a little bit secretive on that aspect. And I wasn't sure what the best method of communication was, and then especially when I heard that apparently you guys are considering going down to somewhere, that further complicated things.
If you're worried about getting in trouble with Sheriff Donna, you have nothing to be afraid of there. A wave of the hand and you're clear.
Which is what I said to everyone, but unfortunately, some of my companions, primarily orcs, and he's my friend and everything, so and Donna really hates him, really a lot, doesn't like him, even though he did, get out of the paradise legally, but she holds grudges.
That we, yes, have been made aware of, but we are currently actually working with Donna. A lot of our business has ended up crossing over with hers, and if, as you say, your friend Ox is legally free and it's just a simple grudge, then she has nothing to hold over him or you. And you don't have to like someone to work with them.
Well, it's a little bit farther than that. It's more of like she was, tattooing scrying spells and like imprisonment spells into people's skin when they're
Well, only if they needed it. I don't think that you had anything to worry about there. Are you?
Well, I didn't get any tattoos from her, so it's fine.
They share this look of concern and look back to you, and Metal folds their arms. Did you commit some sort of crime and now you're worried you'll be prosecuted? Is that what this is about?
No, I didn't commit any crime.
Then you are fine. The tattoo artist that supposedly made such amazing creations is, well, gone. But if you want to get a tattoo done in somewhere, you should be safe to do so.
Well, I'd be very thorough about, vetting for my tattoos, and I wasn't necessarily planning to go to Paradise. I mean, I did take a visit there, just to see. I did make tequila too. Fantastic tequila, by the way. I'm not sure. Did she send any up to you? Have you tried it yet?
Well, it's a bit early in the morning, but if you want some, we do have it. And Gossamer points to the liquor cabinet across the room, and you look over now and see the recognizable logo of Paradise Prison's finest tequila.
No, it's definitely too early in the morning for me as well. Wouldn't want to fall asleep, at the checks his watch again, like 3 p.m. Be unfortunate. But seriously, working with Donna? Why?
A long business conversation if you wish to move this to the office, but essentially it makes the most sense for us as far as our next move. Dawning has been, well, it's been a wonderful base to begin our ventures, and we wouldn't have gotten where we are without Commander Navain and the like, but we were hoping to expand a little further, perhaps advance some of the old-fashioned technology that we've been using, and they are unwilling to, or unable to, invest in the ways that we need, whereas Sheriff Donna's offers have been quite impressive. I don't know what it is they have discovered or uncovered, but their pace has picked up. Essentially, when we can tell, there's a chance we'll be outcompeted. We figure it's best to join in instead of fight back and lose the battle someday.
Well, you don't even know what it is, and you're just jumping on a speculation?
Don't know what is.
What the thing Dawn has discovered that, is pushing their supposed expansion forward.
Well, she hasn't released or explained how it works yet, but it seems her lay-seeking program is years beyond ours. I mean, ours has been halted, essentially, so many years beyond ours.
Are you aware that they made a new junction a little
of course.
somewhere?
Yes.
Okay, so you're already familiar with that.
We helped fund it.
Oh? Wait. You funded Little Somewhere?
Some of it, yes. Not the entire thing, but we helped to move it along. A show of friendship. And of course, we will have a cut of the profits from the casinos that they're building there. It sounds like quite a destination. We should visit once they've finished building.
It's entirely... What were the labor costs involved?
Gossamer sighs dramatically. Is this really... If you'd like to move this conversation to the office, we have the paperwork there that you are free to look at if you are interested in becoming involved. But sorry, we, about 5 minutes ago, thought that you could be dead or worse, so this track that you've taken us down conversationally is throwing me off guard. Let's have tea and sit down and talk, and if you must look at the deals that we've struck with the sheriff. If you're interested in joining us, we can discuss that. But it's a bit out of the blue. I'm sure you understand.
Yes. No, I completely understand. I mean, I've been relatively absent recently, which is unfortunate, and I do apologize. I realize, yes, in semi-hindsight, that this all is a little bit of a random transition. I suppose there's been a lot on my mind, primarily thinking that I should maybe get more involved. Not just maybe, I want to be more involved in the family business. And so, of course, that was, one of the first things on my mind, and especially when then I later heard that they were considering moving out of Dawning entirely, of maybe relocating to somewhere, and I was planning to visit anyways. It was at the top of my list, my pile of things to discuss. So I'm definitely down for, sitting down, having tea, and then, and for real, I do mean that I want to be more involved with business, with taking, well, not taking over, I mean, you both stood here, that would be silly, but, making decisions, and I've been kind of running away from it for a while, and I would prefer to not do that. I also have some interesting information regarding Lacey, because since you're...
They both nod. They give this interested kind of and hustle over to the dining table for some tea. It's the more casual room, if you can call anything in this estate casual. The table is small, mostly just for the three of you, maybe plus one or two people. Metal rings a little bell that always sits in the center of the table, and a few minutes later, you all have tea in front of you, as well as small sponge cakes. A light snack. They both sit, though the table could easily fit 4 or 5 people, they both sit on either side of you rather close, and take a moment before they get into it. Metal clears their throat. So if you are truly interested now in being involved, well, that is something we have always hoped for. Metal takes a long sip of tea. What's your favorite tea, Henry?
He's more of a sweet, floral tea kind of guy, but it's too early in the day for chamomile, so...
Like a rose black tea, maybe?
Yeah, a flavored black tea, always appreciated.
Then you're, much like your walk up to the door, you're surrounded by the scent of roses again. Metal is this little sign and looks to you. If you are truly interested in joining us, of course we cannot simply say welcome to the business and put you straight up at the head as much as we would like to. It will take some time, some dull drudgery, paperwork, etc., some training. You are a bit further behind on those things than we hoped you would be at your age, but that is no matter. And I am afraid, well, maybe this has already been done, but if you still have communications with the friends you were traveling with earlier, that is, of course, going to have to end immediately.
Why?
Well, I don't know if you have seen the posters around, but one of your friends is two of your friends, actually, I believe. Wait, no, were you in disguise? I don't remember. You were in disguise, right?
I'm dead.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Sorry, I'm getting all the disguises.
That Lionel's guy so last
Just kidding.
year.
One of your friends is wanted, and did not have the finest reputation before then anyways. The other friend, and I know you like him very much, but as you said, though he is free to walk free, the stain of a criminal is not one you can simply wash out.
Oh my god.
Also, this is fairly confidential information that we are going to be eventually sharing with you, should you wish to join us on this venture, and we don't think they have been a good influence on you.
You don't think they've been a good influence on me?
We don't.
I don't think I would have even come back here if it wasn't for them.
Well, that is something good they've done.
I suppose I'm just confused on...
They're criminals, Henry. I think it is fairly simple.
I don't think it's quite that simple. Listen, let's take a look at ourselves for a moment here, alright? Just because we haven't gone out to, point a revolver at someone and shoot them point blank doesn't necessarily mean that our actions haven't been responsible for killing people. Well, just because it's less direct. I'm familiar, I've learned, about the conditions under which the railroad has primarily been constructed. And it is most certainly less optimal than optimal is an understatement. Same sort of thing with somewhere where, it's workers who are not being paid, they're just prison labor. It's exploitative. I see a problem with it, and I was about to become myself and say wage theft is the most common form of theft in the United States.
Hell yeah, Neil.
What is the United States?
Coming home from college and trying to radicalize your parents.
Yeah.
Ooh, so proud of him.
Wow, yeah, that is the vibe.
And listen, underpaying workers is also sort of a criminal act, don't you think? Well, I think so. I mean...
They both appear to be listening to you, nodding as you speak. Roll an insight check.
You're being so sexy right now.
He's like,
That was
they said we were a bad influence on him.
Nice.
6.
They nod along. They're listening. And they both allow this moment of silence after you finish speaking to look thoughtfully at you and glance out the window, forming their responses, their thoughts. And Gossamer finally speaks up. I understand that it is a complicated issue, and you're right to take a critical look at it. But you are mistaken on some parts. These workers are not unpaid. They are working off debt. We're providing them a way to do so. Or I should say, Sheriff Donna was providing them a way to do so most recently, and we are helping her with their ventures, etc., etc. To pay them in the traditional sense would be dangerous to the free citizens of the continent.
I just don't understand why you can't get free citizens to do it in the first place. It's a little hypocritical to say that I can't interact with criminals, but we can make contracts with them to... What, because we're not actually going down to survey the rail line as it's being constructed?
Henry, we are not having our breakfast with the criminals who have been employed to work the railroad. There is a difference.
Have you ever talked to one of those said criminals? Well, they all can't be serial killers. Surely there's people that are in
No,
there
of
for
course not.
petty crimes.
Plenty of them, I'm sure, are honest people who are down on their luck and found themselves in a difficult situation, got themselves in trouble because of that, and now they are working it off, and once they have done so, they'll be free to do as they please. If they want to stay and work on the railroad, they can. If they want to go elsewhere, they are free to go elsewhere.
I suppose I just don't agree with it very much. And I don't agree with creating more somewheres. Listen, I've spent a lot of time in somewhere. More time than anyone in this room. And I've seen what it's like. It's similarly exploitative. I'm sure you've been inside of a casino at least once or twice before, and I question whether or not that's the kind of revenue we actually want to rely on. Can't we just provide rail services? Why
Well,
don't we...
No, we need a way to provide those rail services, and some people, of course, go overboard at the casino, but that's on them.
The city literally has eternal daylight, so that people can't tell whether or not the sun has set as some sort of external signifier of the amount of time that has passed. And that's just one example of everything that they're using to encourage people to part with their money.
Well, of course they're encouraging people to. It's a business, but, well, again, it's not on us if people don't carry around a pocket watch.
I mean, there's maybe a degree of personal responsibility, but that doesn't mean that external pressures aren't a major
Henry.
factor. I've been getting a lot of different perspectives lately. It's been a big part of traveling, and I think that, myself included, historically, we've been too focused on, efficiency and numbers, and less so the human element, which I think is going to be a significantly important factor for not only the health of our rail line, but in getting actually good lay seekers as well.
Well, we don't have to worry about getting good lay seekers. That has thankfully been covered for us. How about we pause this discussion until later? We can enjoy our tea. We can settle you back into your room. And we can prepare a training module, I suppose you'd call it, for you, and get you started should you wish to dedicate yourself to the Good Love rail line.
Yes, I'm definitely open to making a timeline. We will have to work around with one of the... When I said that I had some information regarding new lay seekers and whatnot, I have actually taken a commission with Commander Nevane to go down to Enion to essentially do a little scoping in the area, a little seeking. So I have to work around that, since I'll be leaving for that relatively soon, in the next few days.
That should be fine with us.
So, a little hangout, a little tea, a little chat, and a timeline. You're really moving to somewhere? Is that really true?
Oh, it's not immediate, and, well, if you, it sounds as if perhaps you are feeling finished with somewhere, in which case, perhaps you could stay here while we move down there. We were hoping that you would enjoy your life there, and you could be our southern post, in a sense. Many of our old plans can be thrown out the window now that you have become a part of them. We can do this together.
Well, alright, that makes me feel a bit better, at the very least. I just couldn't... I don't know, it'd be so strange to come back to Dawning and you're not here.
Metal wraps an arm around you. It's good to have you back, even if it's only for a few days. Let's finish up tea and I'll take you to your room and we can clear out all our junk from there and settle you in.
Yes, for a little bit. Then this evening, unfortunately, I do have to return to the Phoenix grounds. There's a bit of a team that they're putting me on. Nevane, and there's still a little bit of logistics work, before we take a whole trip all the way down. I should probably get going around 4:30. Chats over food.
Alright, then let's, get you settled in, make sure your bed is ready for you when you return, and we'll have dinner prepared for you tonight when you come back.
Alright, I'll let you know if that makes the most sense with my schedule.
Again, they share a look of faint concern over your shoulder, and both sip at their tea. After tea, Henry, you're brought up to your room. They did say they're clearing out all the junk, but it looks pretty clear of junk. They opened the door to present it to you. A little bit dusty, a tiny bit musty. All of your books are still on the wall where you left them, and they kind of awkwardly linger in the doorway. And I think that's the first time you can really sense a straightforward, awkwardness to them. Do you want to just rest here for now, and we can let you know when it's time for you to go to your meeting? Did you still want to talk? Does Henry hesitate?
Yes.
In that hesitation, Gossamer places a hand on Metal's shoulder. Let's give him a little break. I'm sure a lot has happened today, and we'll be back for you promptly. And Gossamer closes the door, and you hear the turn of a lock. Let's cut to the rest of you.
Kian turns to Virgil in this coffee shop. Just keep an ear out, but there's a chance we might need to a breakout sort of situation.
You know my track record with those isn't great. What is happening exactly?
Well, Henry said a lot of very nice things. And I'm very proud of him, but his parents
Didn't take it well.
I can't tell if they're trying to keep Henry there or not.
Under duress? Against his will? For safekeeping? What is the vibe?
The vibe is...
You're making very worried eyebrows.
It's more that I feel like maybe I'm reading into the vibe, but I just feel like it's a bad vibe, but everything actually seemed like it went pretty well.
Can you ask him if he would like assistance?
Yes, 1 second. Henry?
Wait, real quick. And for an establishment for me, because I don't think we'd established it earlier either. Marigold, where has she been? It's not in the open.
She's probably a moth. And a little moth whispers in your ear.
Taps your cheek with its little feelers.
Hey, can you leave? Are you stuck here?
I didn't plan to be stuck here, so...
Okay. When are you coming back?
Honestly, this is all a strange circumstance for me too. I'm giving it a trial of sorts. I also not entirely sure where they're going or what they're doing, but I don't want to act too immediately.
Do you want me to try to see what they're doing?
If you can do so.
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. And Keen's gonna fly through Marigold as a little moth under the crack of the door. Keen's just staring at their teacup, blank-faced, as they are now a moth.
The moth flutters clumsily, as Marigold is wont to do, and makes her way down the stairs. I think there's some cologne to follow in the air, and Marigold catches the scent quickly and follows the trail of it back downstairs and finds Metal and Gossamer just standing at the base of the stairwell. They both look equally distressed. Metal is glaring up at Gossamer, and Gossamer has this posture of surrender. I don't know if they're going to come after him or if he's going to try to go after them. You shouldn't have... It's his room. He is free to come and go as he pleases. But I don't know if that's the best idea right now. I know he's a bit old to be grounded. Metal nods. But I just think that it may be in our best interest to keep him here until we know exactly what has happened to Floris and his friend Ox. Metal sighs and nods, not necessarily in agreement, but in understanding. And this business with Navain, we can simply ask them, I suppose. Gossamer waves a hand. I've already sent someone to confirm, but obviously we can't. And they both sit in a silence for a moment. And what Gossamer doesn't say appears to dawn on them both. Metal nods. I know. I'll talk to him, and we can give this one more chance. And hope for the best. They take Gossamer's hand reassuringly, in both of theirs. If Henry decides to part from the family, we have always given him freedom to do as he pleases. And if that is what he wants, that is what he wants. And Gossamer nods. But his expression has a stubbornness to him. Right, okay. Maybe lock any of the paperwork away for now. just in case, that is probably for the best. Metal gives this terse nod and walks up the stairs.
Kian's going to follow to the room with the paperwork.
Yeah, you walk into the office, which I think you might have seen last time, actually. It's fairly neat, but there's some paperwork out on the desk. Metal walks over and promptly gathers it all up and leans down to open one of the drawers that has a lock on it. They pull a key from this little sort of hidden pocket at their side, what you thought was a seam, and unlock it. Place that in and close it again.
Can I try to like catch any of names or like words? I know I'm a small little moth.
Yeah, roll perception. What'd you get?
Not
Yeah.
good. Wasn't good. What do you do?
Oh, those nat ones.
And that one.
Get out the way.
You see the paper really close, actually, as thwack! Metal turns around and quite precisely goes at you with a roll of some kind of contract, perhaps.
Can I get away? I don't
I'm rolling
know.
to attack.
Yeah, that's
What's your AC as a moth?
That's 17. Metal's not a fighter, so I don't think anything is added to this.
Marigold. Want her to die, even for a second.
It's not dying, it's just getting banished from this plane to another
Isn't
one.
it?
She likes this plane.
Mirror vision ends there.
Kian jolts.
Is everything alright?
Do we need to be going?
Sorry. I mean, everything, it's relatively fine.
Relatively.
Well, Marigold was a moth and she did just not make it out of that encounter.
You can resummon her. I'm sure she'll be fine.
Yeah, I can. Anyway, I think they're trying to keep Henry there. Well, they've locked Henry in his room, and they want to talk to him again, but they do not want us, or you two specifically,
Keen points at Virgil and Ox.
interacting with him at all.
Yeah, I got that impression the last time we interacted.
I feel like if that conversation ends up going well, doesn't really get Henry back to us, so maybe we do need to expedite this. What if they want to keep Henry there and they find a way to make Henry more agreeable? Is that going too crazy? I feel like it might be going too crazy, but also that was a wild conversation to listen to.
Well, on the other hand, if we resort to our usual techniques, that does put Henry in an awkward spot. It sort of cuts off any chance he has, right?
And potentially makes us very public.
I just think what Henry wants to do might not be possible.
Well, we're close by. Why don't we find a place to hide on their grounds around their estate, and maybe you can go as a bat and check?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What could go wrong?
We would like a box for our scones, please.
Of course.
This is stupid. This is so stupid.
I just hope Henry's okay. And it'll be fine.
Kian's gonna turn into a bat.
Yeah, you fly ahead.
Do I have to wear glasses to see as a bat?
Yeah.
You what?
Shit.
Sunglasses in the day.
Oh.
Yeah. I think Dimitri made you bat version as well.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Y'all remember Sagwa?
Yes. Yes.
Sorry.
Who do you think we are?
Dimitri loves Sagwa and is like, I know what to do. And makes you little bat glasses.
Oh my god.
You hear just like a bat like flap into your window.
Super subtle.
Henry opens the window.
And you just hear like in your head with telepathy. It's telepathy, right? Yeah.
Metal does not like moths. they're up to something. I don't know exactly what, but they don't want you to leave, and they don't want you to see Virgil or Ox ever again, and they're having somebody check to make sure that your story about Navain is true, and they also want to try to have a conversation with you again, and hopefully things will end up better, but otherwise they were talking about how they might have to accept the fact that you don't want to be a part of the family, and it seemed like they were kind of willing to cut you off, and I don't know what's going on, and if they will let you out, but if they don't let you out, do you want us to break you out?
As a mental response, Kian, I think you're freaking out about this a lot more than I am. Which is to say, I'm not really freaking out at all. I'm not surprised I got the majority of that conversation. But as you can see by this very openable window, I'm not in a high security prison. If I need to, I'll get myself out. And maybe be annoying and sassy about it and knock back on the door so they don't think I've been kidnapped. I mean, I'm 27 years old and they want to ground me, lock me in my room. It really is sort of absurd. At the very least, I don't want to act, right now. As I said, balls in their court.
Okay. I just hope everything goes okay and you can't cast sending. And now I don't have a familiar that you can check in on us through, so...
I'll send you a pigeon. A normal pigeon.
How about I just stay here until things cool down?
I don't think that would be a great idea.
I can be small.
You have glasses on.
I'm still very small. Keen goes
Up
and hides in a little filigree corner of a wardrobe.
See you can't see me back here. I'm small and flat.
Yes, but don't the others need you for, the
Well, that's
the
later.
logistics we're doing later? You're
Yeah.
doing later.
I'm just here to stay to make sure that you get out at 4:30 for our meeting.
Really, they're not going to do anything. Locking that door, that very boring standard issue door, is about as bad as it's going to get. I'm still their son. Their only son. Remember that. You're a strange bat in my house.
Okay, I'm going.
And they stay.
I hate to be the good person to do this. But if you change back, don't look like Kian, okay? And I'll pretend not to know you. And you came in here to bite me, because you're a vampire.
I don't know who you're talking to. I'm not here anymore.
Henry, a few minutes later, there is a knock at your door.
Is sitting on the side of his bed, petting Delilah, who has her head in his lap, at the perfect height for it. Well, just about. She does have to get up, because I'm coyote small. And from his position, leaned back on the bed. It's open.
Henry,
Yes?
did you bring a friend in with you?
Her name is Delilah.
A smaller friend?
No. You're going to have to elaborate more than that. Are you saying one of us has fleas? Because I don't.
The lock clicks as Gossamer opens the door, steps inside. If you are to carry on with business with us, as we do hope that you will, well, we didn't want to get too much into this over tea, but you are going to have to refuse this commission you received from Commander Navain. We are happy to pass the message along for you, if that is what you want to do. But if not, I'm afraid for reasons of trust and to maintain confidentiality, we are going to have to ask you to leave.
To leave your house.
Yes.
I'd planned on that anyways. But also, I don't understand why I can't take my commission with Navain.
You, of course, you are free to take your commission with Navain. If you do so, then your future with the Goodlove rail lines will be a closed door.
But why?
As he's looking at you, he's also scanning the room. And you can also tell that this scanning of the room, also an excuse for himself to have a moment to think about his words. And he kind of deflates a little. You have never exactly been terribly interested in the family business, and that's all right. We don't subscribe to the idea that one's child must follow in their exact footsteps. We have some reason to believe that perhaps your friends that you associate with cannot be trusted, and if you are continuing to associate with them, then by proxy you are also not to be trusted with the more delicate matters of the rail line. Were you aware that a spy of sorts was sent in with you?
I can't necessarily say it'd be the first time something like that has happened. Other people, it seems, have a habit of worrying about me more than I worry about myself, and therefore like to keep tabs on me, even when I say that I'm fine.
On you?
Yes, on me.
Well then, can you explain why Metal found a pest in our office, and upon taking care of it, discovered it to be entirely vanished?
I couldn't tell you why it would be in Metal's office. I mean...
He holds up a hand. I don't need to hear excuses, Henry. I would like us, if we are to part on good terms. We both love you very much, and don't want to be at odds, despite the fact that we may have differing beliefs. But I think you understand, if you're working against us, then, well, of course we're not going to be working with you.
I suppose. I don't understand then. I really did come back here because I was interested in the whole family business. I've spent so many years not knowing what I want to do, feeling so damn directionless, going all the way down to somewhere to have thinking that might solve things, because I couldn't handle, realistically, the responsibility of all of this. I go out and have been doing my own thing for a while, and finally get to the point where I feel like maybe, actually, I might have some direction and some maturity in the things that I do. I recognize that a lot of my bullshit behavior in the past was largely immature, and genuinely feel like, and I hope so, I'm sure some people could judge, that I'm more mature now. And in that moment, when I finally have that sort of judgment and I come back to use it, it is frustrating to me to come into the scenario and immediately nobody trusts me. My friends do not trust me to be alone, even though I say, again, that I am fine. And then my own parents don't trust my judgment with people that I hang out with, nor do they trust my judgment in the co-side sorts of commissions that I take. I don't understand why everybody else has to be the one that is dictating what I'm doing when I finally have something that I want to actually do, something that I want to actually learn. But no, there has to be rules and stipulations that are associated with it. I cannot simply have interests, have a timeline of things that I'm going to do. I wasn't planning to fuck off to Enian for the rest of eternity this time. This isn't just like when I went back down to somewhere and didn't have any time that I was going to come back. I have an actual timeline, people that I'm working with, something that I could present to you that has a plan, it's a concrete thing that I said I'd come back from. But no, that's not allowed. It has to be your version. It has to be Metal's version. It cannot be Henry's version, because Henry doesn't know what he's doing. He's just a child. I'm 27 years old. You locked me in my room, grounded me. I just unbelievable. And so, of course, then you would come back and give me these stipulations because, I can't judge character. I don't know the intentions behind people. And listen, people are stupid. If I had to guess on that moth, because it was a moth, let's be honest. It probably was. She likes being a moth. The familiar, I know. If I had to guess, probably followed metal because they were worried about me, not because they care about your damn family secrets or whatever. I'd steal that if I wanted to, but I haven't touched a single hair of your paperwork. But no. And so, I'm just frustrated with all of this, and with being given an ultimatum, when I do genuinely want to reconnect with you, but I'm not allowed to do it as myself. It feels very familiar.
If you want to be treated like an adult, then none of this should come as a surprise to you, Henry. Perhaps if you had not waited until you were, as you say, 27 years old to become an adult, you would know how to handle this with a bit more tact and a bit less foolishness. Well, we don't have past actions to base our judgments of your business prowess on, because you decided to run off to somewhere and start your own little shop, which we supported as we could from afar. If we have nothing to judge you on, then, well, we have to go with what we know about the people you associate yourself with, as it seems that they are the ones who have taught you to, as you say, mature. So, if you would like to take this commission with Commander Navane, then please go ahead. I am not going to stand in your way, and neither is Metal. And we hope that you find success, but we are moving away from associating with Commander Navane. And you would be expected to do the same. And you are both our son, and you would be a first-day employee of the company. It would not be unusual or unexpected for us to give you instruction and expect you to carry it out as instructed. So you may make your decision now. It is almost 4:30.
Fine, then. I'll go ahead and take my commission with Navane, and I guess this will be the end of it. I just hope your character judgments are all exactly what you think they are. I'll just go now. I don't have anything else I need to do here. I'm glad you know I'm not kidnapped, though.
Gossamer opens the door again, steps out to let you out.
And Henry will leave. Not too huffy, but also not very warm either.
Yeah, Gossamer watches you walk back down the stairwell, turns around and closes Henry's bedroom door behind him. Kian, you're still in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Henry
Kian,
also...
I think, is completely flat hidden until they hear the door close, and I think they don't know if someone's still in the room, so they're still kind of like...
You hear the footsteps, Henry's footsteps, fading away. Gossamer does pause for a moment in the doorway, looking in, and you do hear the faint sound of hitched breathing before Gossamer closes the door. And when you peek up over the filigreed wardrobe, it looks like the room is empty. It's dim, the lights are out.
Is the window still open?
Yeah,
Lift a crack.
cracked, yeah.
Yeah.
And you fly out after Henry.
Kian will land on Henry's shoulder.
I'm very glad you didn't get caught as a bath.
I'm sorry, your parents are shit. Can I say that?
I mean,
I feel like it's the truth, and
it's not quite my assessment, but I guess you're not entirely wrong either, so...
I'm sorry that went down like it did.
It's unfortunate, but I guess it had to happen eventually. I don't know, I'd rather not. No, we can discuss it later.
You made me proud.
Honestly, that kind of means more to me than my parents, if either of them had said it.
I'm just gonna clutch onto your horns.
Yeah. Henry will bring a hand up to do a very light hug, because he's not sure how fragile Kian is.
As the two of you exit, I think Virgil at least is in a position where he can see the front door, and I think he takes one look at Henry and just pulls him into a hug.
He'll get hugged back, of course. I'm not surprised to see you all so close. I guess it's not unappreciated, though. Sorry I had to be really mean about you being in there, Kian. It was mostly a facade. I promise. I was frustrated with them, not so much with you. Okay, a little bit, will you?
What do you mean you'll just have to deal with that a little bit? Us worrying?
I was more stressed for you and your safety, you know. So.
Okay, well, I was stressed for you and your safety, so I think we're even.
Good thing we're all safe, isn't it?
Yeah, we're
For now.
gonna stay safe. Yeah, and the heist tonight will go great. It will.
Cut to 3 hours later. Fire.
We have set a building on fire. And we're still inside.
Oh, that's how it's gonna go. I didn't know it.
Where are you guys going from here?
Virgil would lead the group on a indirect route back to the Phoenix grounds.
Once the sun begins to set, the sky begins to darken, you all head back out again?
Yeah. I kind of want to, but also, genuinely, I don't have much that you could contribute.
But if you kind of want to, I think
Unless-
you should.
Is Co straight?
No, there are no straight characters in
Excellent.
Crimes.
Excellent.
We can go together. We can
Yeah.
ask very nicely.
Are you going, Henry? Okay.
Do we... It's not a very far walk to Co's estates, I'm assuming.
No.
Do we want to be invisible now? That lasts an hour, yeah?
Are you guys ready?
I'll disguise myself as... Let's do a generic guard of the Phoenix grounds.
Okay,
For logistics' sake, it might be easier if I'm not invisible, because Delilah would have to be invisible too. She's not familiar.
Well, I could
You're the
Make
hardest
her-
to disguise.
Delilah
invisible
can also
too.
stay behind.
Yeah, she could
You
stay.
can sit outside.
Oh,
What were you gonna say?
Delilah's good outside.
If you can get all of us, then just turn me invisible. I won't use that spell slot.
okay, yeah, I can get all of us. I can get 5.
Okay.
Delilah will do as you ask.
Delilah just slinks back.
Let's go in our cloaks until we get a little closer.
You guys make your way across the grounds. It's not silent. There are people walking around, but Virgil knows all the quiet paths, the side gardens that are generally unoccupied.
Yeah, this fucking introvert.
You do find a couple making out on one of the benches on the side garden, but they very distinctly look away from you when they hear your footsteps.
Sorry, excuse us.
And you are able to make your way to the small inner gate area with the the fancier housing. And I think it's while you are sneaking up to that entryway that Kian, sorry, can you tell me what is going on for my sanity's sake?
No, she knows Keen will cave. Fuck!
I beg you. I love you. This is Ophelia.
What do you mean, what's going on? I mean, we're just doing some things that we need to do before we leave. And actually, we have to be quiet for a little bit, so I'm sorry, I can't answer.
I'm in the bathroom.
It's public. We're a menace.
So one menace altogether.
We were a menace on her life.
Virgil told Errol, we'll make this quick. Errol won't shut up, and I will personally throw them out again if I don't get an answer. Please.
She's just saying that. Call her bluff.
There's a second where the spell almost lapses as Kian's just confused.
I think maybe he means we're hoping to see you soon? Leaving Donning tonight, tomorrow. Can meet up?
Roll deception.
I truly think Kian's a little bit not lying here.
Really?
A little bit.
They're they're a little bit not lying and a little bit lying.
Like, I think they are saying this, like, I don't actually know what.
Deception? 30?
Jesus Christ.
You don't hear anything back. You all, invisible, continue on your way to the much more brighter lit pathways with evenly placed stone bricks, no longer cobblestone, towards the door. Ko's housing is on the far right from this branching pathway. Up on the top floor of the 3-story building that Ko calls home, you do see a light on. The curtains are closed. You can't peek in and see exactly what they're doing, but it does seem like someone is probably up there at this moment.
It's like early evening. Is the sunset?
The sun is setting.
Okay. Are we able to approach their quarters if I'm like following this bead of locate object? Are we able to essentially get up right outside their door uninterrupted?
Yeah, so they're in like a 3-story, again, sort of townhouse, basically.
Yeah.
This path goes right up to their door.
Okay.
You have a couple of steps up to this like rounded porch entryway, and there are 2 windows on either side that are currently dark, and a small, simple white painted door in the center.
Okay. I think you all will know if I need help. Okay. Thank you. Hopefully I won't need it. And he will step like a ghost straight through the door. And ethereal step is not a spell. So I don't think invisibility drops right away. What do I see?
You are in the entry room, kitchen, dining room area. The floors are well-cleaned marble tile. To the right is a small desk and kitchen table, 2 chairs next to a window. The other side is the kitchenette, which is quite similar to what Virgil had living here. It's a small but fully functional kitchen. The walls are fairly plain, except for one end, like one side, that almost looks like a vintage shop. They have clearly very old, traditional embroidered fabric robes hanging on the wall. They have fashions that look like they might be from somewhere, like faded, colorful leather, fringe, jackets, things that you can tell just from looking at it must have cost thousands. You also, I think before you can take in anything more, hear the sound of footsteps moving fairly quickly down the stairs.
I think that he waits. He waits and he will... Yeah, he'll cast a little prestidigitation, doing nothing but cleaning the dirt off his shoes just to break the spell. And he'll sit there at a sort of parade rest.
And Ko appears at the top of the stairwell, just wearing an undershirt and robes like a skirt, a simple belt, clearly having settled in for the evening. You have never seen them like this.
Like a person?
Yeah, they have a faint look of alarm and suspicion on their face as they round the corner. I say them to Ko. As he rounds the corner, he has a short sword in hand that looks a bit out of place with the surroundings, and he comes to a sudden halt at the top of the steps when he sees you standing there.
Virgil will dip his head in a very shallow bow that could be construed as a nod. Good evening, Commander.
He lowers the blade and continues to walk down the stairs, this time at a much more natural pace. Is looking you up and down curiously.
Swords at his side. He's standing not casually, but not aggressively. I'm sorry for coming by unannounced. I just want to talk. If you could spare a few minutes.
There is a perfectly functioning doorbell.
I'm aware. I think given my reputation, it's not out of the ordinary to say that I am not the most polite of soldiers that you've ever known.
No. Ko gestures to one of those chairs next to the window.
Do I know that... I feel like I've asked this before. Is Rake Ko known to be a spellcaster of any kind, or is it simply a martial fighter?
He is a caster, yes. It's not his main strategy, typically. But it is known that he has an entity with whom he has a patronage with.
Okay. I will simply keep an eye for any spells, and I will go and sit.
Kira outside would like to try and see if he can get eyes on the two of them through a window or...
Yeah, it's easy. You immediately have sight of them as Ko sits down across from you, Virgil, and reaches out to a little, what looks like a terrarium, a small, round terrarium
Don't do this to me.
in the center of the table.
Don't endear him.
And Ko reaches out and just lightly touches the moss inside the terrarium, and it begins to glow with a warm golden light. He sits back in his chair, places the short sword on the table, like cutlery.
Nice.
To what do I owe your visit?
It is, I admit, a personal matter. I'm here on behalf of a friend. And in case you were thinking of alerting the guards, Navain does know I am here. In fact, I am working under their purview at the moment. It's interesting, isn't it, what your commander-in-chief chooses to keep secret.
Roll persuasion.
Fuck, I should have boosted that before I went in!
Do you want?
I'm an idiot. No,
number.
I... Can you do that from out there?
I can see you.
Can you?
And you were making a check.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's why I went around to the window.
Fuck.
And I saw the shit with the moss and I pogged invisibly.
I
It
have
would
to
be
decide before
not
I roll,
awesome.
right?
It would be a 15. And you have to decide before you roll.
Fuck. I'll take it. Let's start out strong. 15, sir.
You don't see much of a reaction from Ko.
Have you been having dreams lately, Commander? Of someone that no one but you seems to remember?
That does often tend to be the nature of dreams.
I think you know these ones are different. And I know his name too. I am one of only a few who seem to. Do you know it yet? Or should I tell you?
I'm curious.
Can I insight check him?
Yeah.
Natural 20.
What are you insight checking?
If he knows Errol's name. If this is familiar.
What you see happening is a dropping of the walls slightly. Maybe there are many walls and this is a layer. Maybe
progress.
peeling of an onion.
Okay. Very careful peeling of an onion.
He is curious.
You're not alone in this. I don't know if you've spoken to the other commanders at all, but I'm sure they are remembering as well. Did you ever think it was odd that the public perception of the Dawn Shepherds before you was that it consisted of only 2 people? 2.
Piggybacking on that natural 20. I mean, Ko has this, of course, guarded, suspicious look this whole time because you've just appeared and has been watching you carefully all this time.
I am
Again, based on that.
purposefully sitting very, hands folded in lap, very still.
His gaze falls away for just a moment when you ask that or say that. Just for a second. There's a hint of frustration that it's like he's trying to keep hidden from you. Not directed at you.
Yeah.
But it's clear he has also had this thought. He thinks it's weird.
You're dreaming of him, of one of us, Errol Strauss. And I'm certain that Umbra has been dreaming of Kepler Veralt, and Gree of Hoku Morwen, Tijani of Jubilee Harp. 6 of us. Because 2 could not have possibly done all that we did by ourselves. The shepherds, my family, lost their lives under Navain's command, and this is how they repay them. By wiping them from existence, every last shred of evidence that they were ever here, that they had joy and love in their lives, they're gone. And they are using your ignorance as an excuse for you to wear what is left of them around your wrists. I know that you and I were never close. If you cannot take my word for it, I think that you have some sense of morality.
And if you do, I think that you can tell that I'm telling the truth.
He leans back, has returned to that previous suspicious look. Whether what you say is true or not, I'm not sure what business you have breaking into my home to tell me so. Are you here to attack me in some manner? Are you here to threaten me?
I don't want to do either.
Whatever it is that you are talking about with the previous program, I can at least tell you that I was uninvolved. And if you have issues with the way it was run, I am not the correct person for you to reach out to.
No, but you are in possession of something that I can use to rectify this. I came here in hopes of opening your eyes. And not only yours, but the rest of the city. We were their shepherds. We belonged to this city and they have forgotten us. Most of us. Whatever Navain has done can be reversed. If you let me. They don't deserve to be forgotten. If it were you, and these new shepherds fail in some way, would you want to be erased? They have proven that they will do it without a thought.
Have you been looking at the stone?
This close? Yeah. He can't take his eyes off it. It's noticeably difficult for him to look Ko in the eyes.
Ko follows your gaze down to the bracelet on his wrist as you speak. You're not the only person to try to make a convincing argument as to why I or any of us should hand these over to someone else. Though I'll admit yours is the most creative.
You can rationalize it however you want. You're remembering him.
Yes. I'd like to think that if something were to happen to me, and I had to be, as you said, erased, that it would be for a reason. Still unclear on the details. You want each of us to hand these over to you.
Yes.
So that you may...
So the world will remember their names. I understand the gravity of what you hold. There are not many others who do. Before I told you this, you did not know the violation you were committing. It is desecration. You wear his very soul on your wrist, like jewelry. But you know now, and you have a choice. I don't want to threaten you. But the last time I was here, I left without it, and I have not stopped thinking of it for a moment.
What is it that you intend to do with these?
I will break the curse Navain has set on them.
And then?
I will let them be at peace.
I'm going to need you to explain what that means. Out with it.
May I? Insight check him again.
Yeah. You may.
Well, it's a 5.
What are you insight checking?
Does it seem like he thinks I'm just making this shit up? Or does it seem that he is acknowledging there is some sense?
He's letting the conversation continue to happen.
Yeah. What does one normally do with the remains of their friends? Their family?
I don't think that the norm is applicable with these. We are using these to save lives, to protect the Phoenix Island.
What exactly do they do for you?
They make the oceans... Well, you should know, shouldn't you?
I want it from your mouth.
They don't protect us entirely from the oceans, but the effects are certainly lessened. We can do our jobs without having to worry quite so much about losing ourselves out there. It's not a small thing, and they're not perfect, but it's worth more than any diamond you could find.
Really, if it is so valuable, then why has Navain stopped making more? Tell me the logic.
Because they can't anymore.
Do you know that for certain?
I suppose I don't.
I'll tell you this. Only 7 survived. Whatever it is that made me into this. 3 died. Another not long after.
It seems to me, Floris, as if you are suggesting that to honor your lost friends, their contributions should go to waste.
Is that what you call we gave our lives for? A fucking waste?
No. Not at all. The opposite.
We didn't sign up for this.
I can't pretend to understand the entire context of what it is you are telling me. If what you say is true and something strange has happened to my memory, then... And Co shrugs. I can only go off what I know now, but... And correct me if I'm wrong, it seems as if what you're saying is your friends, whether fairly or not, died to create these. And these are possibly the most important contribution someone could make to help people who need it. And while their loss is certainly tragic, and while the secrecy surrounding it is certainly strange, I'm not sure I understand why it would be better for your fallen comrades for us to hand these over to you to be locked away in a box or buried in the dirt. Is this not precisely what they gave their lives for?
You're right about one thing. You cannot and will not ever understand. I've had one conversation with you. One. And I think it is the most I can remember ever talking to you. And perhaps you are simply a good liar, but you strike me as having more moral character than Navain ever has.
It is hard to tell with them.
Not when you look at their actions. I understand more than most the dangers the oceans hold, and the importance of the ability to cross them. That is why we have lay seekers. And for the moment, because this program is deeply flawed and dangerous, perhaps we should return to the old ways.
The old ways were also deeply flawed and dangerous. Most lay seekers do not live long. I have no quarrel with you, Floris. I don't see how handing this to you would be anything other than a waste. And I know there's plenty I don't understand, and maybe you are keeping it from me. If that is the case, then I will also keep this from you. From where I stand, your actions are motivated either by greed or grief. Both are powerful forces, not to be underestimated. Not necessarily to be followed.
I was never trained to be a leader, was I?
To be fair, neither was I.
And look at us both now.
You roll persuasion.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
13.
Co gives you this faint smile. They truly don't seem to have any aggression towards you or frustration. The suspicion is gone. Pitying is not the right word because that's too...
You can pay me.
But I don't think that is it. There's pity with understanding. They're not looking down on you. I'm sorry. I truly believe this is too valuable of a thing to toss away. Your friend deserves to be honored.
They do.
I don't think that this is the way to do so. Honoring someone who is gone is to comfort yourself and this can be used to save others.
They're not. They're not gone.
Co straightens up a bit of that.
I'm not leaving here without it.
What do you mean?
I mean that he is out there right now, without his soul, and he has been for months.
This is such an interesting timeline to use. I'm
I
giving
don't want to fight this.
Neither do I like him.
Yeah. He's making good points, but he didn't know that Errol's
No.
out there. But
No.
also,
Co leans forward on the table. His eyes narrow. If I requested that you subject yourself to the effects of a spell, so I can determine whether or not you tell the truth.
Virgil casts Stone of Truth. Using the ring that I believe, was it the devil gave us?
I don't
This
think
is
it was
not
the
Dimitri.
devil. Yeah. It must have been Dimitri.
But
I didn't
how does
pretend to-
Co know that you've cast on a tree?
Yeah.
Virgil, lifts a hand and there is a ring that will shimmer with, I imagined it as almost like a bubble that expands outward into a little dome that surrounds the two of them. Ask me again.
Can I ask, are you trying to have Co fall under it as well?
It is over both of us. If he wants to try and resist, he can. Virgil doesn't.
But are you trying to hit Co with it?
Yes.
Oh, I forgot
a
that they're
warlock?
supposed to be not charismatic.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
What?
There is, for a moment, a look of alarm. Ko's eyes widen as the spell washes over, and you feel it take effect on Ko as well. They tense immediately, stop talking, fall silent.
Virgil doesn't move.
All right. Will you say that again?
Earl Strauss is alive, and he has been without his soul for months. And I'm not leaving Donning without it.
His gaze falls to Bracelet. That's interesting.
Isn't it?
And that's where we'll end the session for tonight.
I don't know. I don't know if that was the smartest thing to do, but I had hit the end of my points, and
I think
it was.
I think it was either
I did not want to fight this man, and so I tried one
it was
last
either
time.
tell him or we fight him.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Rails and stakes and wood. You've been building up a railroad like it'll do you any good. When that train is on the tracks, we can put all this at our backs.
Oh my god. What happened? I blacked out.
You did a good job.
You were like,
Yeah, I did say
I
I'm
was
here on
like-
behalf of a friend. They can't come to the phone right now, however. I'm not bringing him here again. That was so scary the first time. And I'm pretty sure that Navain knows about them. Because they spotted them that one time. I'm not for surezies, but I suspect they know anyway.
Navain and Errol.
I suspect that Navain knows about Earl anyway. I don't know what Navain can do. I do not know their
I
limits.
think